friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about a new topic from civics, rural administration. Before going into the topic, let's observe some pictures. Hey, let's observe these pictures. The first picture shows a Farmer A and the second picture shows Farmer B. The pictures above show two different farmers in India. I wanna ask you a question. Mention any two things you notice that is different between the two farmers and their methods. I think the first farmer is using traditional method, whereas the second farmer is using modern method. I'm gonna ask you a next question. Which of the two farmers would be economically better off? I think the first farmer would be economically better off because he's using traditional method which is used in village. If there was a dispute over land between the two farmers, who do you think would win? Justify your answer. I would think the second farmer would win the dispute because he's rich, because he's using tractor for the ploughing of the field. Let's go into the topic of resolving land disputes. The main occupation of the people living in village in India is agriculture. Since agriculture is primarily land-based activity, the land disputes over land are common in villages. Before going into the topic, let's read the story of a poor farmer Sridham. Before going into the topic of role of the SHO, let's read a story. Sridham is a poor farmer who has a small plot of land that has been in their family for generation. Sridham cultivates potatoes on this land. One day the zamindar, a powerful man who owned most of the land in the village, came to Sridham's farm and claimed that the plot of land belonged to him. Sridham was shocked. The zamindar said, "Your grandfather had taken this land on lease from my father for a period of 50 years. That lease ended last month." Sridham stamped, "But sir, how can that be? This land has been with my family for generations." The zamindar raised his voice. "Are you calling me a liar? Come to my house tomorrow. My lawyer will show you all the papers. You have 2 days to clear the land," he warned Sridham as he left, "or else my men will come and take away the land forcefully." The zamindar was a powerful man and Sridham was too scared to contest his claims. He couldn't sleep that night. His plot of land was small, but he had managed to feed his family and educate his children with his earnings from the land. "If the zamindar takes away my land, how will I feed my family? How will I send my children to college?" Sensing his worry, his wife suggested he to go to the police station. Let's go into the new topic, role of the SHO. Every village in India has a police station presided over by a SHO. People living in that area can go to the police station to report incidents of crime like theft, robbery, murder, dispute over land or property, and other issues. When Sridham arrived at the police station, the SHO patiently heard him out. "I will look into the matter. Don't worry, you have no need to fear the zamindar. Constitution guarantees equality to all citizens. But before we can do anything, you need to file a written complaint. Do you have the patta ownership deed for your land? No, madam, I don't. Go to the office of Patwari. He has all the land records for the village. He will have the patta for your land too. Before going into the role of Patwari, let's see more about role of SHO. In rural areas, the police ensure enforcement of law and order. Sometimes a police station will cover several villages. Station house officer SHO. A police station is headed by the station house officer. The SHO registers complaints. Let's go into the topic role of Patwari. A group of village has a special officer known as Patwari. The Patwari does the work of measuring land. In most cases, a long chain was used by the Patwari. He also keeps and updates land records. He is also responsible for collection of the land revenue from the farmers for providing information about the crops to the area government. Let's see some points about a Patwari. Patwari is a person appointed by the local government or land authority to maintain and update land ownership records for a specific area as well as to undertake collection of land taxes. The records maintained by the Patwari are used for calculating land revenues. Sridham went to the office of the Patwari. The Patwari brought out the records pertaining to his plot of land. The land records clearly stated that the land belonged to Sridham and had been with his family for over 70 years. The Zamindar could claim no part of it. Sridham procured a copy of Patta and went back to the SHO. She registered a case against the Zamindar based on Sridham's complaint. In this way, the Patta, a valuable piece of written evidence, helped Sridham retain his land. Thus, the SHO and the Patwari play a vital role in solving land disputes in rural areas and providing justice. Let's go into the topic, the Hindu Succession Amendment Act. The Hindu Succession Act 1956, amended in the year 2005, grants daughters the same rights, duties, liabilities, and disabilities that were earlier limited to sons. Let's go into the topic, district administration. States in India are divided into districts. The districts are divided into tehsils or talukas. This is the symbol of the district administration. The district administration is managed by an officer known as district collector. The district collector is an officer of the Indian Administrative Services IAS. The district collectors supervise law and order and are in charge of land and revenue administration at the district level. They are assisted by other officials known as tahsildars. And let's see some more points about tahsildars. Tahsildars are appointed by the Financial Commissioner and Revenue, and Naib Tahsildars by the Commissioner of the Division. The Tahsildars' duties exercises certain fiscal and administrative power over the villages. This is our district collector of Khammam, named Mr. R.V. Kannan.